a dang coaching mistake. That the kids are playing their tail off, and the coaches are screwing it up.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. Ciao ragazzi, all that good stuff, what's cooking, all the things that I say on here. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. I guess actually it's more of a welcome back for me, because you guys have been doing this. You guys have been hanging out, talking Juve, talking about all that. Let me go ahead and say, Homo Juve, sorry, there's a time change. A little bit of a mix up there, but we're starting now. So hopefully people can come in and join us. We'll have that back on track. I think what really happened was overall when it comes to the time zone change, I guess for some reason Europe is a week before us. And then we changed at the end of this week. And honestly, I could go on a whole tangent of why I hate the stupid daylight savings time, or I guess maybe it's coming out of daylight savings time. I don't know. But either way, isn't it like, I think now we're going to be not in daylight savings time. Is that correct? I think
we get an extra hour of sleep.
Yeah, I mean that's great.
That's how I take it.
I know it's great, but I know, all I know is, okay, this is great now. I'm gonna hate it a few months from now when it comes back. Yeah, exactly. when I have to deal with that crap again. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Thank you, Julian. Thank you. I was gonna say Aaliyah, but Alejandro, Aaliyah, all that works for his name. Thank you guys for all of you for holding down the fort while I've been gone, enjoying the beach, hanging out. I appreciate everybody for continuing to tune in, like the video, subscribing, all that. I saw we got up to 1680 today, so that's an awesome little milestone to get going. So today we're going to talk about it a little bit. Well, there's a lot. I have feelings to get out there, but at the same, there's a lot of little, I don't know if an hour is going to be enough to say everything I want to say, so I may have to create a separate video later, but we're going to do a little bit of previewing Zenit. But to be honest, guys, we just previewed Zenit, like a week and a half ago? How long was it? It was not that long ago.
It was probably 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're doing, it's a little bit of a preview, but if we're being completely honest, this is going to be much more of us just talking about the whole status of Juventus football as it stands right now, Calcio. As it stands right now, I left for a week, and you guys just burned down the entire fort. I don't know like what else to say, but like I kept checking in. I watched the first two games. I didn't get to see the last game because I was driving on the road. I lied. I saw part of it, and then part of me just was like, I can't do this to myself again. I can't do this right now. And I was like, maybe if I turn off for a few minutes, something miraculous will happen, and it did not. But anyway, I did rewatch it after the fact, which was even more painful, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I've talked a lot. How are you doing, Julian? Appreciate you for joining me today, as always. And like I said, the last weekend, so all the work y'all put in. Basically,
you leaving created the clusterfuck that we're currently in. So I put this all on you. We got 1 point in 3 games while you were gone. So it's your fault.
It is. It absolutely is. It's funny. Not only are you saying that, but also my day job said that, where some stuff happened while I was gone there, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to take vacations anymore from now on." And they say it jokingly. They don't mean it seriously. I hope. I don't know. Maybe not. But anyway, there's only a few of us, and the other guy's retiring at the end of the year. So it may be. We'll see what happens with that when it's just me on my own doing this and that, or not on this, but with the other thing. It was kind of odd the way that it happened and the way that it played out, though, just because before I left, like, we came back from the break, we had a couple games. Was it 2 games? Yeah, 2 games before I left. No, Inter, I guess, was when I left. So it was 1 game before I left, but everything seemed. Was that Zenit?
Peachy.
Yeah, was that peachy. Zenit? Yeah, everything was in it. That's why. But everything seemed like, okay, we're good. We're just starting right back to where we were. Maybe I don't want to say better because it's Zenit, and Zenit's not even to the level of what you're saying, what you're looking with Serie A. But what I will say is, I felt good about where we were. Sunday comes, Inter match. I can live with that result. I can live with it.
Yep.
It's one of those, you end up getting the draw. a little bit of controversy, but I mean, it's a foul. It was a foul. Whatever, there's nothing really to take more from that. And I know, guys, I'm going backwards in time with you all that are here that maybe just want to look at what we're talking about for the current time. But this is how I'm working. I'm just working through it for my own progress.
That was our best result of the week.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that was the best result, yeah. And then I was literally was it Wednesday? Who'd they play Wednesday? Okay. Oh,
we played Sassuolo.
Yeah, Sassuolo. Yes, Sassuolo bites back. What's up, homie Juve? What's up, Raffle? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Hector? Appreciate you guys that are tuning in right now. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Share it as well so other people can join in with us. I appreciate you guys calling me the GOAT. I don't know about the GOAT. I'll say more of the lamb. The lamb's back. That's what we're doing. Anyway, I'm fine. But I was chilling on a beach. My wife was not happy because literally Juve played, Juventus played, all the them were playing a lot of times on the same day, and I was watching. Literally on the beach, I had my phone and I'm just watching it the whole time. And she just starts to see me pulling Coronas just more and more. Just heavy drinking on the beach. And she's like, what, she's asking me, like, what's going on? Why are you doing this? We got a kid to look out for too, right? And I'm like, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah. The ocean's not going to carry him away. It'll be all right. Yeah. But, I had to dive into a little bit more drinking. Alcoholism is a serious topic. I don't have it. But if it is, get help. But anyway, it was a bad experience. I didn't expect that. And then I mean, Saturday, let's be honest. I never get a good feeling with Hellas Verona anymore. I never do. That seems to be a match that always Juventus stumbles a little bit. But also, there's a little bit more of salt in the wound with that match, given Igor Tudor is the coach now. Giving the way the fallout from last season to this season, Allegri coming back, Pirlo being gone, Tudor being pushed out, or whatever. Or was he pushed out, or was he still here and then he got the job?
He's still kind of here, and then you got the job with Verona. So
yeah, which I mean, good for him. Unfortunate the way this played out, though. It was, but anyway, it was a match where I kind of part of me expected it to happen, but also part of me was like, I mean, it's Verona. You should be able to beat them. Juve should be beating. They shouldn't have to worry about matches like this.
We should be beating everyone on paper.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I know it's funny. It's a bit of a long. I don't know, a long way we've gone from the beginning of the season where I said there's no reason Juve can't win the Scudetto and they shouldn't. Anyway, it's been frustrating. I've been there with you guys the whole time, suffering in silence because I haven't been on here. Well, maybe not because I've been in the chat, chatting it up a little bit. But it's been frustrating. I don't like where they are right now. A lot of people shouldn't. I'll let you decide this. Where do you want to go from here? Do we want to talk about Zenit right now? Or do we want to talk about, or maybe in the chat, you guys let me know too. Do we want to talk about Zenit? Or do we want to talk about this weekend leading into Zenit with the, what's it called? The Retiro? Or what do they call it?
Yeah, it's called a Retiro. It's
basically a boot camp.
Retreat.
Yeah,
it's retreat.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that? Might as well do that before.
I mean, I want to talk about it, but I mean, I just don't know when you want to talk about it. If you have more important things to say about the big game, on Tuesday or tomorrow, or if you really want to, they're both related.
Let's do the Retiro first because it just like leads into everything that's happening, and then we'll talk about Zenit after because that's the main first goal of the season to get through the Champions League qualification.
Yeah.
Max's words himself. Oh, man.
Right? Well, I guess that also reminds me of like coaches here that are like, yeah, the real goal is to get players to the NBA, not to win national championships. And it's like, shut the hell up. That's not what the goal is. The goal is not that. What's up, smiley face? How are you? We're talking about the horrible week. I know it's a little bit of a therapy session for me personally, just because I've had to suffer in silence because my wife and the in-laws did not want to hear me yelling and screaming about Juve while we're trying to enjoy time on the beach. Also, we were down in Seaside, Florida, which is like, I don't know, it's like faux. I didn't know this, but it's like faux Los Angeles. They try to make it that way, or like when I say like Rodeo Drive, like they have all the fancy palm trees that line everything. Everything costs exorbitant amount of money compared to Louisville, Kentucky. Things are cheap. I go down there. Literally, I got a drink from Starbucks. I get my normal drink. Yeah, I know it's an Italian. It's probably I shouldn't be drinking Starbucks, but I do. But I literally spent $15 on a drink that's normally $4 or $5 at Starbucks. It was insane. So it wasn't any better. Anyway. The Retiro, the retreat camp, boot camp, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing to me. I'll preface this. We're going to come into the game Wednesday, and unless Tuesday. Sorry, it's always Wednesday. I forget tomorrow's Tuesday. Tomorrow's game. Unless it's a really, really horrible performance, there's nothing I can really take out of this because it's Zenit. Like, there's nothing that they can really do. Like, I mean, is there anything they can do for you personally that'll make you say, okay, they're starting to see the light. They're starting to, they're that did them some good. Because I don't know that there is for me personally.
If they decide to attack and it makes sense their attack, sure.
Yeah.
But if I see the same BS and we do if what we did in Russia we do tomorrow and we get a 1-0 win,
mm-hmm.
we haven't progressed anywhere. It's because it would be the same garbage. There's no attacking cohesion. It's going to be a 4-4-2 again, and it's going to be Rabiot on the left. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah, no, it's personally 1-0 is not enough for me. I don't know what is enough. Like, I don't know if a 3-0, 4-0, any of that will be enough for me personally.
I'm okay with 1-0. I'm okay with 1-0, and I'm okay if that's our game plan from here on out, because that's what makes us the results are good, and that makes us successful. If we just win 1-0 and we shithouse results. Because then that's our identity. We're going to defend, and we're going to score our goals because we have some semblance of attacking quality, and that's it. Okay?
Whoa. Well, wait. I do want to clarify what I said. I don't mean I'm happy with a win. But what I'm saying is to say, are we right? Or, the shift is right, or whatever have you. Like, to me, a 1-0 victory over Zenit isn't going to do the job. That say, it needs to be more than that because we watched Zenit. We just watched that match. We understand the competition is not near to the par. It's not par or whatever. It's not whatever you want to say. It's not up to snuff overall. So that's where it'll be like, okay, they won. If they lose, then it's Chicken Little. Like the sky is falling down if you lose to Zenit. I feel like it'll be at home as well, right? It's at home because we played it in Russia.
So basically, again, we don't have an identity right now because we tried without our star players. So as in star players, I'm saying Dybala, Morata, star attacking players. We decided to play in a way that was ugly to watch, but it got us results. And obviously, I hope any fan would rather have that than trying to do something we're not. And whatever the hell happened Saturday, whatever the hell happened Wednesday, that's not who we are clearly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not who we are clearly. Like we're not going to go hold possession for 58% of the time, and we got 6 shots on target. Or no, we directed 6 shots, but we got like 3 on target.
Mm-hmm.
That's not who we are. We better just defend, and go counterattack because that's who we are. That's how we're successful. For the first 3 months of the season.
Give me a little bit of background because, like I said, I was in and out that game, and I saw a little bit. I rewatched it, but on a rewatch, knowing what's going to happen, it's hard to fully take it all in.
Yeah. But against Hellas?
Well, I'm going to ask. I want to specifically go in because I saw Alejandro's rating of Morata was 0. So
that's
what all happened?
Worst score ever on the ratings.
That's the
worst score we've ever given.
I mean,
I gave Dybala a half. Against Empoli.
And I traditionally do the ratings, but I don't know what. Yeah. I honestly, and you did the half, and I don't know. I mean, are we getting that close that I would be giving people these peasant ratings, the 0, the half? I don't know.
I think you would have probably gave him a 3.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he was not good. He was not good. Not even close to being good.
It's a shame that there's nobody out there right now that's really performing at a high level that Juve could look at and be like, "That's the guy to go get." Like, there's not one person out there that
Nobody
Juve
scored a
could
hat trick yesterday.
Nobody out there that's even worth Juve's eye. I think we're just gonna stick with Morata. We're good. That's what we need. And I don't want to hate on Morata. I've also battled for Morata because he has had some solid games, but it was a really poor match overall, obviously.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot, and a guy like him, like Alejandro pointed out, and we know from the past, he cried at practice when he was doing bad.
Yeah,
like Buffon said it.
But I mean, it's what it's. I do want to get into this a little bit because there's a lot I guess we can talk about right now when it comes to being emotionally weak or strong. And I like Morata, but you're a professional athlete. And I've seen people come out here, and I've seen all different sides of Juve fandom, whatever have you, people talking about what's going on with Morata, or not Morata, but what's going on with these players, what's going on with the coaches, what's on, whatever, yada, 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 all that crap. One of the things that, okay, I'll tell you this right now. As a University of Louisville fan as well as a Juve fan, it's the same shit that we're dealing with on both sides right now. They're both fandoms that either, there's overreactionary, and sometimes I can go that way when I'm angry, but I don't think that I'm overly overreactionary. It's just more of I like to think I'm more level-headed. But then there's also people on both sides of these fan bases that have come out here, and I can say both, because I've literally Saturday, Juventus played and laid that egg at noon my time, and then Juve came and did it at 6 p.m. the same damn day, and it's the same crap that I saw. Where they, it's the same game basically, two different sports, same game. Anyway, but then the fan bases, they come out and they do the stuff of you gotta get in behind these guys, you gotta support them. How are they gonna feel if the fans or whatever are upset and say negative things? Dude, you're a professional fucking athlete. No offense, but you're making millions of euros or millions of dollars. Yes, if you play for U of L, you're not making millions of dollars under the table, but you're making money under the table or whatever have you. But you've got to be more. You got to be stronger personally, in your head to deal with this. You've got to be able to do this. This isn't my job to make you feel good about yourself as an athlete. And that's one of the things that I just get annoyed of, and I get tired of these guys need us behind them more than ever now. I mean, yeah, go support them, go whatever, be the game, but at the same time, hold them accountable, because you're also enabling them. You're enabling crap performances when you do stuff like that. And that's my biggest issue when there's stuff like that. Sorry, things to get off my chest. I've thought of them all week. And that's just one of the things that it just bothers me, because you're a professional athlete. You're getting paid money. You're not doing this for us. You're not going out there and being like, hey, we're trying to, you know what I mean? It's not a charity. That's not what this is.
Yeah.
So that's where it bothers me. Especially, like I said, when you get paid that millions of dollars and you're living way, way overly lavish lives. Yeah, you can deal with scrutiny. That can be something that you can deal with.
Don't cry at practice if you miss a shot.
Right? I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we're talking about this Retiro stuff, and that word in itself, it reminds me of teams like Napoli and teams like Milan back in in the past 5 years. They were doing that kind of stuff. I'm like, why? This is so gay. It's childish. Why are we doing this? It's lame.
Yeah. Yeah, Wait, sorry.
I don't agree with this.
Agree with which part?
The Retiro. What's it going to do? It's going to make everybody, you don't think they understand the situation already?
It does, but did they not do this? Was it under Pirlo or was it under Sadi? Didn't they do that once?
No, we haven't been under a
Retiro
since.
You know what it was?
The last time we won, because we were in 2016.
Well, it wasn't. Oh God! This is the same season. It's the same season as then.
Yeah.
No,
apparently.
But what I'm trying to get at though is when you say I guess it wasn't a Retiro. What it was a pandemic. Remember, they all had to stay in because of the pandemic, and they had to house there. So it was kind of the same thing. Because there's a little bit of it was they gotta get their bleeping gear. There's a pandemic going on. You all are gonna have to stay here in J Hotel or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they had to stay there and quarantine there and all that goes along with that. So it was a little bit different, but also it had some of the same little things work on the game and all that. I can't remember exactly what game it was or whatever have you. I don't know. I don't know if I fully agree with you there, because there are parts of me that are No, this is the time when you need somebody just to go scream at you and get your bleeping gear, and like maybe you.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where I see what you're saying. Like you're a professional, you should know this. Your headspace should be there already. You know what you're getting into. You know what's on the line. You know that extended contract. You know that whatever have you is. If you actually care and you want the Scudetto, if you want whatever. A raise, stuff like that. It should be on the line. But there is a little bit of I don't know. I kind of view, at least what I would hope from Allegri is to be that guy who is kind of more of like I say, I'm a kind of a coach that you can relate to here in America. Like kind of that guy who like does not cut corners or doesn't mince words when he's talking to you. So he's gonna be like, we're gonna come here and I'm gonna run your ass into the ground until I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know. That's just my. I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, but I also think it doesn't hurt to be like, you don't need any distractions right now. This is your focus.
If I'm a well-paid, like I don't want, like I'm not trying to sound like a pampered baby either, but I'm not staying at J Medical or J Hotel for a week. Being surrounded by being surrounded there anyway, like away from my family, all the negativity surrounding it anyway.
That's true.
Like, my coach is yelling at me. I'm a 30-year-old man. And I'm an experienced player. I don't need to be yelled at. I don't need what are they doing? Icebreaker games,
right?
At 8 p.m. What are we doing?
True.
Holding hands, saying "Kumbaya"? Like, what are we doing there?
See, I like to think that it's not any of that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is some. Like what?
They're gonna play Nicky Nine Doors on every other door and piss. Like, I don't understand.
That's true. See, I guess I didn't think of it. I viewed it more of like a boot camp, like a serious, like, in and out. This is your focus. But also, you bring up maybe there are childish, stupid relationship building games that, like, to me, I don't feel like are important. Maybe like when you're a kid and you're in elementary school and you're playing the youth leagues or whatever, or if you're in a traveling t-ball team or some crap like that, maybe it helps. But not for an adult man over here. I guess my personal feeling with this, and that's a good point though, because I think about with my day job. I mean, the problem is I kind of can go to that out every time I go to my out, which is you're getting paid millions and millions of euros more than most people and most jobs make. You have higher standards, so you have to deal with this kind of thing. Like, you have to do that. While I think about my job, where I just talked to my boss, who he wants me to be out of town like every week, going out of town and staying out of town for multiple days, and I'm like, hell no. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like, I have a kid and wife that I want to come home to every night. So
exactly,
and it's the same thing for them. They're young guys, my age, your age, my age-ish, that have kids, that have families that they want to go home to. That it's one of those things too. Priorities. Your job's important. Juventus, I know some people may land-base me with this. Juventus football is important, but it is different when you have a family and when you have kids. Like, I never understood it, like, because my passion was always my teams. But now that I have a child, like, no offense, like, that's, like, number one. Like, he and my wife are number one. So.
Like Morata and his 4 kids or 3 kids. You think he wants to be there for a week?
Yeah, he's probably crying every night.
Because
I'm
probably,
sorry.
and no, exactly. And then he's the one who's in the most shit right now because he's been probably the worst. He doesn't and especially for his mental state, he doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. People are saying on the chat too, like, it's to build that connection between the team. Like, they're there all the time already. They're there together all the time already. They don't need more of it. But again, everyone has their own opinion on it. If I was in a college team and we were always together, and at times I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself. Like, I don't need my coach watching over me the whole time. I just didn't want that at all.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, heck, I was on vacation for a week, but it was my in-laws, my wife, and my kid, and me in a house. Like, it was a decent-sized beach house, but there was no escape. There was no whatever.
Yeah.
At some point, everywhere I turned, there's somebody there bothering me. Stuff like that. So, yeah, I get that. And so, yeah, I don't know how much this will work. We'll see. This is an experiment, really, overall. We'll see what the team... I mean, again, I want to stick with I don't believe that we'll see anything that I can really build off of or really trust in on Tuesday. Like, I don't think, I don't think tomorrow. I don't think anything's going to really tell me anything tomorrow. Maybe I'm wrong. But they should go out there. They should win. They should win comfortably. But we'll see what it looks like coming this weekend, and that'll be like the real test for me. I do want to hit on a couple of these. Sorry, like you said, you were pointing out the chat. I know a lot of people had some good chats, and I appreciate everybody who's in here, especially if anybody's a member. Appreciate you guys. I saw a lot of you guys who are hanging out throughout the week, guys that joined. I appreciate all you guys that had joined our, the Discord that we have there. If you're in there, I think Joe, I don't know, Joe, if you pop in today, I think you haven't been added to the Discord yet, or has he? Do you know Carballo?
I think everyone is in.
Oh, he is in there now? Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone is in.
But this would be fun, especially like once we have games like tomorrow and Saturday, and we'll let you come in and vent and yell and scream like we do, and I'll be more than happy to listen to you guys talk about that. Let's see. Singh says if Luka and Artur play well together and they click, that can be a positive for tomorrow's game. I hope. I mean, I hope so. I like.
I'm over everything. I'm over. I don't want to see a 4-4-2, but I'm going to see a 4-4-2. So I don't want to even talk about this.
Yeah. And then homie Juve's bringing up Danilo saying we have the experience to win Champions League. Yeah, they're going to say that. I mean, does anybody believe him? Is anybody buying in right now? No. And no. If you are, you're unrealistic, or you are. And when I say this, I don't mean this as a derogatory term to people, but you're a cheerleader. And that's the thing, is I'm not going to be a cheerleader for the team. I am a fan. I support the team, but when I say cheerleader, I just mean everything's great. Yeah, awesome. Whatever.
Yeah. When we have the experience.
Yeah,
like we have the experience to win the Champions League.
Yeah, like don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. That's basically what I'm talking about. Let's see. Delio Piano said, I'm Allegri's biggest fan, and I'm certain they'll turn it around, but Manny really does need to experiment with new ideas. Italian teams has figured out his counter-attacking approach. I mean, we're also sticking with that. I mean, you've ranted on it for how long? I mean, I'm sure when I've been gone, this has been the same talk every day or whatever, but the 4-4-2. Like, it's got to go. Will it ever go? Yeah, it's absolute trash. At this point, you're not doing and I understand his philosophy at first of integrating what they were using before and slowly diving into what he wants to do. But at this point, you're not. That's not doing anything that's helpful. Like, it's not helpful at all running the 4-4-2. It is nothing positive. It doesn't do anything to help. They don't seem comfortable in it. Like, to me, it's absolute trash, and there's no reason for it at this point. At this point, just throw it whatever. You've lost Sassuolo Verona against Zenit. Zenit, you should be able to throw whatever the hell you want out there and how you want to play, and you should be able to get it done, even if it is
Allegri needs a Retiro. Yeah. He needs to go back to school and try and look at 4-4-2 not working, because you know what? Again, you have Adrian Rabiot playing as a left midfielder in a winger system. Mm-hmm. Why? Stupid. You have Alexandra playing left back who doesn't attack anymore. He's not 2017 Sandro anymore. Nah. And then you have two forwards who can't even hold on to the ball, and that's the whole point of a 4-4-2, to play with a focal point. It's now, stop.
Yeah. Stop it. And when I say this, I'm not I believe in Allegri. I think Allegri will do something eventually. I don't know where you are right now with him. But, I mean, when I say I believe in Allegri, I believe in a project. I maybe don't believe that he'll be able to turn it fully around this year. I mean, at this point, it's a mid-table team right now. You have, I mean, you look at it, though, and overall, you look at the talent that Juve has compared to other teams, and there's no excuse for them to be where they are right now. There's no excuse for it. I mean, there's bad players that aren't, the midfield's not great and all that, but there's still enough there to do something with it. Anyway, but yeah.
We have a squad on paper to be a top 4 team.
Yeah. I mean, that's the bare minimum. That should be the floor. The floor should be top 4. And I understand, obviously Juve hasn't always been, and we've had a great long streak of 9, and then we have last year.
Yep.
But if you look at Juve's history, top 4 is not a big ask. It shouldn't be a big ask.
No.
Not a big ass.
You're exactly right.
Let's see. Smiley says everyone is awful at this point. Even Chiellini, the captain, is doing amateur mistakes, which makes it clear it's a mentality issue.
Whatever happened this week, yeah. But before that, everyone was not that bad. Like I think it's just because it was all masked by what Allegri. Okay, so again, hold on. When we try and defend and counterattack, we have been good. When we try and dictate play, we're not good. So why do we try and dictate play? Because the fans want us to dictate play, or because we want to get results and we think attacking is going to help? I think we should just try and win 1-0.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought we were. We talked about that, and then now it seems like, oh no, it's not. We weren't there yet. We felt like we were there yet, and maybe we're a little bit premature. Came a little bit early, and that's kind of what where we're at right now. Sorry, I made a comment that I didn't mean to, and that's all I could think of. Anyway, Crazy Race says an offer comes for a delay for 150 mil. Would you accept, and what would you do with that money? Okay.
Answer.
Okay. Well, I know. Like I said, literally the floor fell out since I've been gone. Like, I don't know. We were in a totally different place that Thursday before I left for Florida. And now I come back and we're selling half the damn team. We're selling key players. It now has turned into an inevitability and not just a maybe. I mean, I guess like is that am I right in saying this? Like, it's a kind of a belief now that De Ligt more than likely is gone. Is that where we're at?
I've been saying that for even before that even happened, that board of governors meeting or whatever. I said that was always going to happen because of his agent, because there's a release clause, and because he doesn't play a lot. And I'm under the impression it's still happening. He's being sold.
Well, and that is something that
not for 150, but for some other fee maybe.
Yeah. Well, and that is something that's ridiculous to me, is the idea that he's not being played right now. Like, to me, I think, how many times did I talk about this, where I said the fairest option would just to be rotations, like to rotate him in. I mean, at least. But honestly, he deserves probably more than that because he's the future, because he was the perceived future. Let's say that. I don't want to say he is the future now, because it looks like more than likely it is an option that he'll be sold. But yeah, that... I don't know. I'm trying to do mental gymnastics here. Like, what's the different way that we can, retain him? And at this point, I guess it's kind of doesn't seem likely. It doesn't seem like it'll be really a way. But then we have to go back and think Chiellini and Bonucci are old as hell. Who do we go? Who are we going to get? Who's going to replace him? I mean, Romagnoli next year, and then what? And then he's gonna, yeah. I mean, your face.
I don't know.
That was it. That summarized exactly my point. So
that's it. Yeah, we're screwed. I think we're screwed in his case.
Yeah. Del Juve Piano says we're becoming passion merchants FC, dude. And I talked about this obviously a second ago, but I do want to harp on this because this is something I almost thought about making my whole damn video about. It was just about passion FC. The whole idea that is absolutely ludicrous. No offense. You're Juventus. Any other club, even go to. I think about somebody else that I don't want to say they're comparable, but like an Arsenal, like fans like that, all those fans of these clubs that have somewhat of a history, and like you go to Manchester United, who, I mean, they're still not having a great season really when you look at their history. Like, they've had some rough patches, all that. Like, you shouldn't have to be. You shouldn't have to. Milan, even teams like this shouldn't have to have fans that are just pushing that they are passionate fans, that we're passionate, we love our team, yada yada yada. Like, to me, that's great. We know that you're a fan. That's what that means. It means you're fanatic about something. You passionately love it. You don't need to go out there and tell everybody that you need to love it and you need to put all this into it, because when the administration, when the players are not giving you the same kind of effort that you're giving, no, it's not your job to go, like I said, again, it's not your job to go cheerlead the fucking team. It's not my job to make you perform better at your day job, the job you get paid for, the job that I pay to go see, or I pay to stream it, or whatever it is. I pay to buy your shirt, stuff like that. It just pisses me off. Every time I hear people lecture the fans, that's what I get annoyed. It's the lecturing of the fans that you all need to be passionate, that it's your job to raise, all that crap. I'll get off of it. But it's just something that I've seen more and more as Juventus continues to lose and play worse, then it's our job. It's not on the team. It's not on the players. It's not on Juventus as a whole. It's our job. We're the ones who are being the negative Nancy's or whatever you want to call it. It's just
it's literally the complete opposite. Everyone's a fair weather fan when people don't show up to the stadium, or is it that they're so into the team that they don't want it? They can't handle it anymore. They're like, this is so garbage. We demand more. You've seen people go outside of stadiums and protest. Another way of protesting is not going to the games. Another way of protesting is you don't get our money because you put out a crap product. And at this moment in time, we can't sell the shit players. We can't get better players, and the recruitment sucks. We've got a stubborn dude coaching the team right now. It's just not in a good spot. And I didn't watch the Board of Governors meeting, but I looked at some of the quotes, and I don't know how Agnelli still has, and Nedved. I don't know how Nedved still has hair. That guy looks stressed all the time, and and Agnelli looks like he smokes a cigar every game, and he's just sitting there hacking it. I'm like, dude, you got a lot on your hands, bro. Sort it out.
Nedved looks like an old dog. You know what I'm talking about? Like an old dog that's just worn, that just sits there and just stares off and just waiting for the end. And that kind of is what he looks like every single game. That's what I see with him. And I understand. I understand how he feels. That's how I feel. But I guess overall what I'm trying to get to is it's Passion FC is so stupid. That's all I want to say. Yeah. It's just don't tell us you need to be passionate. It's your job to do it. We talk about it here, like I said. Maybe it's even more wearing on me because I'm dealing with two freaking teams that are doing the exact same crap. Like I said, I know I touch on it and talk about it a lot. People are here for Juventus, not for Louisville, but it's a good way for me to relate. Here locally, it's down the street from me. I can tell you in person what it is. And people are asking, I know local radio, people that I've talked to that I know, ask, they're like, why are Juventus fans not happy or whatever? Well, the head coach sucks ass. They're 4-4 right now, trying to make it to just 6 games to go to a freaking bowl game, which is ridiculous. But also, the head coach who's there, the reason nobody's going to the games is because he literally tried to go down to Bowling Green and try to go interview for another job. He did that last summer, and he's wondering why nobody wants to buy in. We want him gone. You bleeped up. It's different. Obviously that's not happening with Juventus, but there's little things that you can do to have a better relationship with your fans. And that's all you have to do. Yeah. Just build that, So, anyway, that's it. As fans, you owe nobody anything. When they're playing well, what we do is we go to games, we pay to watch the games, you buy shirts, you buy whatever. You buy service. Yeah, you buy all their crap, you do all that, you talk about them. There's so much stuff that you're doing, your free publicity. There's plenty you do. It's okay to be upset. There's obviously detrimental ways of speaking and saying stuff and doing things that are obviously crazy and insane, and don't do that stuff. But we're just saying it's not your job to be everything's great guy. I don't know. Yeah,
everything great guy is you. To me, that's you're covering. You're a fool if you say everything's great.
Yeah.
If you're one of those people who actually said, look at 2016. Mm-hmm. You gotta tune into change your brain.
You're full of yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah. You look at that. You look at that roster.
The same team at all. It's not the same team at all. We're playing Adrian Rabiot, who's 6'3" and has all these physical capabilities of him. He can't even win a 50-50. He's playing a left midfield role where he's not even playing left midfield.
Yeah.
This is what I'm not just Rabiot's fault. Morata. Big, physical, strong dude who's going to score his goals eventually. That's what Allegri said. He'll score his goals that are meaningful eventually. But right now, nothing.
You know what? Again, sorry, I'm going to keep doing it. Came back, the post-game U of L game. They asked him, so what, we saw up and downs at your previous job. Eventually it got going. What do you do, and what do you expect to happen here? How do you expect to get this going? How do you expect to see the wins coming? And his response was, they're like, what did you do? How did it work? He goes, well, eventually it just clicks. It just clicks and you start winning. And I'm like, that's your bleeping answer. Yeah, that's your bleeping answer. Is just eventually it clicks. So there's just one day it's gonna work out. One day we're gonna wake up and Juventus is back on top and we're winning Champions League. Just one day it's gonna click, kind of situation. And again, I'm not harping this is more me taking out my passion, my anger of my local team that isn't helping because Juventus isn't really doing well either. Or obviously they're not doing well. They're making me feel the same way. But at the same time, I there's also is a little bit of that. Scapegoatism when it comes to Allegri that I'm not saying it's all his fault. It's clearly not all his fault. He just came back into this mess at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But I do want to see some sort of, again, kind of what we talked about with Pirlo. I did it, we were writing on the site. At that point, it was a written form instead of a visual form.
Yeah.
But I was talking about on there how it was just more and more of the same stuff, and I'm not seeing progress. And I need to see progress. Yep. Like after this Retiro, I want to see progress. But more and more, I want to see. At this point, I'm kind of agreeing with a lot of fans, a lot of you guys in the comment section that are saying stuff or talking about, formations and all that. I want to see progress in that. If you have a formation you want to use that you feel like it's the formation, just bleep and do it. Bleep and do it. Stick with it, and make the pieces fall into place. Don't just try to slowly. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Instead of just fuck the 4-4-2. There it is. There it is.
And what's have I been? I remember I chased a subscriber away, our dear Maria.
Oh remember? No, I don't know if she
our
unsubscribed, but she doesn't comment anymore. And I'm sorry, Maria, if you're watching. Well, actually,
yes.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Yeah, okay.
I'm not apologizing at all. I scared one off. She said originally she was the first one who said, "Oh yeah, we should play a 4-4-2." I said, "No, not at all." And you are seeing it. Why? You are seeing why.
Yes, but she was a sweet lass. She wasn't hurting anybody.
Yeah, she was not. She was giving her opinion, which is fine. I just tried to guide her opinion elsewhere.
Right, exactly. Let's see. I know a few people come up Vlahovic. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen Vlahovic play. Is he pretty good? Who's Vlahovic? is that a big name? French Ghost says Allegri is ruining Chiesa. 3.5 more years of being basically a defensive player and only getting to attack when he gets to play for the Italian team. Well, I mean, we need pieces to fit in to those attacking roles so he can play where he's more comfortable. No, or am I? I don't know.
He has enough players to make something work, and I'm not going to tell him how to do his job because he's got a UEFA A license, probably more than that, and good for him. I'm not talking about anything anymore because he knows best. He's the coach. If I say something and he wins the Champions League with a 4-4-2, I'm going to look like a complete dullhead. But you're not winning shit with that.
Yeah. Ryan Saliba says they should get some players back from loan, like Dragostin, Rovella, and Felix Correa. I mean, Rovella's the one that I agree with. Dragostin, I mean, Dragostin, what's he played? He's played how many games?
I think he's played 60 minutes total.
Yeah, so I mean, he's not doing much to develop right now. I mean, I understand why you're getting at, why you're saying that, but I just don't know. I don't know that Dragostin's that good of an option. He's just one of the bodies that we potentially have out there for a CBE role. Correa, I don't know. I mean,
he's a Serie B player.
Yeah,
who's barely playing for Roma.
I know. You know what? You're right, guys. Bring Nicky Beans in. We're good. We'll win. To
be honest, though, would you rather lose? Would you rather lose with younger players or lose like this?
Say that again.
Would you rather have this current spell, like we lost 2-1 to Verona, 2-1 to Sassuolo? Would you rather have the younger players be in that game, or would you rather have what we're experiencing right now with Rabiot, who also in midfield, Arthur, and who else in midfield?
Yeah. I mean, easily, I'd rather do it with growing pains. I get what you're getting. Is that what you're getting at? Growing pains rather than
like Chiellini started and Bonucci started. It's like okay.
Yeah,
I'd rather that be Dragostin and who's another young center back, De Ligt, I guess. But I hope it's not De Ligt because he's better than that.
Right. Well, I mean, De Ligt needs to be playing. I don't know. Rovella 100%. Like bring him in as soon as you can. I mean, it's summer because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but this is our point though. Like have him now. if we're losing anyway.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's because like you all not talked me out of it, but before said about he's not going to play anyway. But yeah, if you mean he's playing,
he's not though. I was just I'm just trying to be a dickhead kind of at the same time. Like I'd rather be losing and having younger guys experience. Maybe we'll attack more. Maybe we'll give the ball away more, but maybe we'll be more exciting. Like I'm gonna go my personal not hometown team, but my other favorite sports team, Detroit. We got half our team is almost brand new to the league, and our games are being 5-4. We're scoring a bunch of goals. Yeah, we're making some kind of shit mistakes, but like it's way better than last year.
Oh yeah,
it's like I'd rather be doing what we're doing now than letting old guys just rot and suck.
It's true. I think I'm when it comes to obviously, and this is where I'm wrong or where I'm open to criticism is because obviously when it comes to Chiellini and Bonucci, I have a soft spot for them because obviously the national team winning over the summer, it's like, why can't they do this? But it's also a lot longer. You're not playing 40 games, 40 something, whatever. Obviously.
Well, think about this. Sorry. Going back to those two. So they played. There's 7 games for Juventus in 21 days. There were 7 games in just over a month in the Euro Cup. Like these guys are old and they're tired and it's a lot of running.
Yeah. No, that's true. It's a very good point. So yeah, I guess the problem is like De Ligt, obviously he's the player for the future. I mean, is Dragusin? Do we ever believe Dragusin's really going to be Juve quality? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
he's young enough that he can develop those tools.
Yeah. Well, I guess my question is like when I say Juve quality, I think of like top tier center backs. Like I'm not thinking
like classic Chiellini, Bonucci, Barzagli.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm like.
That's hard though.
Yeah, that's
so hard. Like a lot of center backs have come and gone from us recently. Like Agbana, we had like Rugani. Like we thought these guys were gonna be good, but it's hard. It's hard to get to that level. And when you are at the level, there's only so few of you. And how can we own 4 of them?
Yeah,
it was amazing that we owned 3 at one point.
Yeah. This one, my head exploded. Learn English with Jimmy JB says, I think we sell Chiesa, De Ligt, and rebuild the team. Yeah, you can't sell them both. Like you can't sell Chiesa. You don't sell Chiesa. Like I just don't think you don't do that. Like right now, if anything, like you said, you can criticize Allegri,
the deployment of the player,
for the way he's being used. But we know what Chiesa is, or what the last year, before the season started, has shown that he can be. There's no reason, I wholeheartedly disagree with ever saying sell Chiesa. That's my thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I disagree with selling De Ligt as well, but it might happen, so I have to get over it.
Yeah. That's true.
Are we doing this French girl thing and then we'll go to Zenit for a bit or no?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. French girl said fans should start wearing bags on their head like Saint fans used to do. We're not there yet.
No.
I understand about Juve standards, Juve quality, it feels that way. But the fans that do this are fans that are the bottom of the barrel. Like this is its bottom. You hit rock bottom. That's where you are. And I'll answer one other question before we go. But that's just Usman who's saying, am I late to the party? Slightly, but we're just getting now into the real. We're not going to spend a lot of time really breaking down Zenit because we just did it. We just did it like a week ago. So, but yeah.
Technically, it is the preview show though.
Yeah, it is the preview show, but there's been a lot to talk about.
Right under your name. See that? Right under your name.
Yeah, it says it's a preview. Jeremy, thank you for welcoming me back. I appreciate it. It's the Justin Comes Back show, so Justin had to vent and rage a little bit at the beginning of the show, just about everything that happened. About it, really, just blaming all of you for what happened while I was gone.
No, we blame you.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's
that's
right
fine.
Back at you.
That's fair. No more vacations for Justin. Anyway, okay, yeah, let's jump into Zenit. Let's talk about what we expect to see tomorrow for Juventus playing at home, Champions League. Does this seal it with a win here? Is that what it is, or is it? Okay.
If we get a win, we're guaranteed top 2 spot. It all matters against the game against Chelsea if we're first or second. Well, and we got to play Malmo, but I'm not going to say anything because every game's hard for us now. So I take that back.
That's fair. But yeah, Malmo should not be a worry. Like, this should not be a worry, but Malmo even more. Anyway.
So tomorrow, if you're in North America or South America, listen, the game is at 4. We haven't turned our clocks yet for daylight savings time. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an hour later than usual.
I saw that. I looked at it and I was like, that can't be right. I was like, oh yeah, it is right. And yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that to start. Normal time for Europeans. An hour later for North Americans and probably South Americans. I don't know if their stuff works, but I know North Americans is an hour later.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in North America. Okay. Now that that's out of the way. So we're scheduled. So the sources are saying we're still playing a 4-4-2 tomorrow. So God bless. We got Szczesny and net to start, maybe. Danilo, Bonucci, De Ligt, and Sandro. So De Ligt's getting a start, which is good. And then we got Cuadrado, Bentancur, Locatelli, and Chiesa across the 4-man midfield, which those are 2 proper wingers for once, but the 2 midfielders are Bentancur and Locatelli. And depending on what Bentancur wants to do, I have no idea. If it's going to work. And then we got scheduled Morata and Dybala to start up top. So essentially the same starting 11 as Saturday, minus Chiellini, minus Arthur, and in their places is De Ligt and Locatelli. So, do you have anything to say about that?
Okay.
Besides, bleh.
Go for
and Rabiot's not starting. Sorry, Rabiot's not starting. Chiesa's starting.
Okay, help me here real quick. You were going through it. I was multitasking. So, give me the defensive line.
So,
I say line up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So right back's Danilo. Center backs are Bonucci and De Ligt, and the left back is Alexandro.
Okay. I mean, what else?
Standard.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's
standard,
fine. That's fine.
Standard back line.
Yeah, that's
so the 4. Yeah. The 4 across midfield. Our right midfield is Cuadrado. The 2 center mids, the piston is Bentancur and Locatelli. And the left midfielder is everyone's favorite, Chiesa.
Okay. Could Arthur be used instead of? I mean, obviously that's not what we're starting with.
Instead of Bentancur?
Yeah. Would that work there or not? Not really.
The idea is there, but at the end of the day, Arthur is not very good defensively in a structured game, so I don't know if he's good enough to be in a 2-man midfield. But in a 3-man midfield, Arthur has to start.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think I apologize. Somebody brought it up earlier. I don't remember who it was. It was somebody who's always on here. One of you guys brought up about Locatelli and Arthur. It's like one of the other possible bright spots. But how much did they play Did they play together a lot during the last couple games? Or not?
Arthur started. Locatelli didn't start against Verona, and Locatelli came on in the 57th minute, and Arthur left shortly after, I think, or for him, or they got subbed off for each other.
Yeah, I think that happened one game earlier too. I don't know if that was Inter or if that was the other one, but it's another one. I just give me the 2 of them together. I just want to see the 2 of them playing together. You're giving us our best option from the beginning. Obviously, for Zenit, I can live with it because you should beat Zenit. That's my only takeaway from that. But again, like you said, at this point, anything could happen and nothing surprises me. I'd prefer Archer in there instead of him. Cuadrado, I don't know what the hell's happened to Cuadrado. He doesn't look like
playing too much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I guess he needs the rest. I guess there are guys that needs rest, but we're in a very difficult situation right now where it's like, guys, you can't rest. It's like you got to. I mean, you need them to rest, but then I don't know until you're waiting until when's the next international break? When do we get that?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. Nobody play anywhere for their countries.
Yeah.
Sorry, as much
that
as
should be the Retiro.
That should be it.
That should be
as much as I love the Italian national team, and you guys know I'm passionate about all the national teams and all that. Don't play. Like everybody, just go take a nap. Just take a 2-week nap. Everybody all rest up. Everybody good. Powder your bottoms. Whatever you need to do to feel better, and then we come back and, I mean, this is so sad to say. Fight for 4th. Fight for 4th place at this point. And that's what it is.
That's it right now.
Yeah. All right. And then you got you got Dybala and Morata.
We have our only forwards available.
Yeah. So
because our squad composition is terrible.
Hey, again, guys, I apologize if I'm slowing this down, but it's been a hell of a week. A lot of alcohol was consumed. What has been happening? What is going on with Moise Kean? Can we get an update on him right now? What we know
he's hurt. He's hurt. He has a muscle injury, and he's out for a few weeks.
Is this another one of those things of like, he's out for a few weeks, then few weeks come, and then it's like, it's more serious than we thought. JK, it's gonna be.
I've never experienced a Moise Kean injury, so I would assume he'll be back on time. But for Dybala, it's always never on time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume that Kean will be okay in a few weeks.
Right. Well, there you have it. There we have it. That's what we got to work with.
And I don't think you were here for this. Sorry, Ramsey got muscle fatigue.
Did he recover?
When did Ramsey play last?
I was about to say, did he recover from his last one? I mean, was it? Did he ever recover? Did he come back? What was the last time? Holy hell!
We don't want to talk about Ramsey now, though.
I'm taking another vacation at this point. At this point, I'm taking another vacation. I need to. You know what, guys? This vacation was fine, but now I need a vacation from Juve, and not really, but you exactly know, that's I've never. That's the hardest part about being a fan, guys. And like when I say this is. It sounds ridiculous, but it's like because you put so much effort and passion FC into it, like it's exhausting. It's exhausting sometimes to do this. But anyway, regardless, Juventus should get the win tomorrow. If they don't, I don't know how many more serious shows we can get. Like I don't know how many more times we need to come back in here and say shit's effed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many times we need to do this. And I don't know what that next level is. I don't know what it feels like. We know it when we see it.
I think at some point we start actually, like, yelling. Because I'm not yelling yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're not that angry.
Actually, no, sorry. I yelled after the Sassuolo game. Because I did a show by myself, and I was yelling.
Oh, okay. That was okay. Yeah. Well, let's see.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know, we probably need to do more like immediately after, so we get our real. Because the problem is too when I wait till the evening, at night I cool off a little bit, or somebody else has pissed me off, and I can't. It's my passion somewhere else about somebody else that pissed me off. But that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, well, you want to break down Zenit's lineup?
I'll just list it. I'll just list it for the people.
We don't need to really talk about them, but you can.
Yeah, this is for the people because we're about the people here. So we got Kritsiuk and net. Watch my pronunciation of these names; it'll be really good. So we got Kritsiuk and net. We got Rakitsky as a left center back, Chistyakov as a center back, Dejan Lovren, Shistyakov.
Oh, Shistyakov. Okay.
And then in midfield, we have Karavayev, Kutsayev, Wendell, and Suturman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I know him. Yeah.
and then up front, we got Claudinho, Malcolm, and Azmoun.
Don't even get me started on Azmoun. Azmoun, he pissed me off last game. Don't even get me started on him.
Man, that one guy who's a Zenit fan also, his name's like Zenit. He's like, Azmoun's really good. And I remember he came on, I was like, okay, I'm ready for this guy. I'm ready for him because this guy said he was really good. And I watched, I'm like, when the hell did he play? Is he the little dude with long hair?
It's one of those things of like the levels. Like when you realize when you're playing these other crappier leagues and you move up and you're playing against real teams, you know, talent's not the same. That's all I can really say from it. Let's see, guys. I'm going through your chats right now. I know I'm always late getting to these, but oh my, some of these I can't even do. Like, yes, Pogba would love to have Pogba back.
He's not coming back.
I know, but like that's what some of these chats are. Ryan saying about getting the players back like Dragusin, Rovella, Felix Correa, because we need to sell players, and then we have players on loan. Better to get them back as squad depth. But then if they're not playing. It's a balancing act. It's just a balancing act, and like, how often are you really going to use, Felix Correa? I feel like right now. Let's see. Bone says I had set jointly I had set reminder, but show started earlier than notified me. Yeah, we apologize, Bone. We talked about this earlier. Basically, guys, if you just joined in right now, also, if you're joining in right now, hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button already, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It's been a while since I've been here, but I want to make sure we keep plugging that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't. But basically, what happened was Alejandro set the time for this live, but you got in Europe already moved up an hour early. We haven't yet in America because we're behind on everything, or in the North America as a whole.
Speak for yourself, I guess, eh?
Hey, you're behind here with me. We hold you back, so that's where you are. But anyway, we'll change it in a week. I really wish we would have changed it already, because honestly, I was on the time already in Florida where I was, because the part of Florida I was in a different time zone, and I was really hoping I could just come back and stay in the time zone that we got used to for a week. So instead, I went to a different time zone, switched back to being an hour back, came home now for a week, getting used to being an hour forward again, and now we're going to change it back an hour back at the end of the week. It's going to be a pain in the ass for my sleep. Usman asks, will the Retiro have a positive impact tomorrow?
I'm just saying no.
I mean,
I'll just be honest. I'm going to say it's not going to work. It's been 2 days.
Yeah. It's not long enough. It's not long enough or serious enough. But at the same time, not only that, but it's Zenit. What are you going to do? Like, what are you getting out of this for Zenit? Like, it's like, I mean, I'm trying to think of a thing that works for everybody, but like you're just throwing out. That's like you and I rest. Okay. It's like resting up the military to go to war, but then putting them against. I'm trying to think of one that's not offensive. Like who has a bad military that's not offensive? I'm not doing this. Okay, sending America to go fight Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like give me a real military. That's all I'm asking. Give me somebody. I'm kidding. I don't know. I realize that wasn't a great analogy, but you know what I mean. Like it's just like you're not putting them up against good competition. So when you're not going to see it, but then the Retiro's over. Are you going back in the Retiro after that? Like, are you going back for the rest of the week and then you play a real team? And when I say real team, there's still teams at Serie A who, you know, if you're in the Premier League or whatever, you basically be like, these aren't real teams either, but every league has them. Who do we play Saturday?
Fiorentina, your guy Vlahovic.
Oh, that's a game that's always a bleep up too. Oh God, no, that's gonna be. Oh hell no. He's gonna have a hat trick again, and then he's gonna break my heart. He's gonna break my heart before he saves it.
He's going to score a goal, celebrate, take his purple jersey off, and he's going to have a black and white one underneath.
Oh yes. Give it to me. Anyway, Mohammed, I can't believe you went to boot camp. Yeah, it's a bit laughable, honestly. The whole process. I mean,
it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's my view on it, and I said that already, but
Dan Benitez says, welcome back. It seems like we started slacking again when you left. That's what I mean. Everybody's putting the blame on me, so I'm hoping it's my fault. We'll see tomorrow no, we're not gonna see tomorrow. We'll see Saturday how they perform Saturday, and if me being back changes anything. If not, I'll go away again, and then we'll see if it changes again.
By the way, if they lose tomorrow, then you're not the jinx. But true. If they do win tomorrow, then you are.
If they win tomorrow?
If they win tomorrow, you're the jinx.
Okay, if they lose tomorrow, everything's fucked. Like that's the only way to put it. like it's not Justin saved anything. It's no. We got bigger. We got okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're using it against me either way. It's anyway, because it shows how bad this team is, and these players are called professionals. Am I the only one talking about the midfield, by the way, except Luka? No, everybody's talking about the midfield. But the problem is at this point, the midfield is just it's a tired subject because we all know it's true, but what are we gonna do? Usman says we should sack Allegri and get Lippi. Usman, I love you, and I like Lippi. I love Lippi, but come on, the problems run deeper than I feel like Allegri right now. Like there's stuff Allegri could be doing.
I think Allegri is part of the problem. My Zio asked me that today, but I think right now he's part of the problem. See, I'm not saying it's his fault. It's not his fault totally, but he is part of the problem.
I'm not there yet. To me, it's still it's a building process. And he just took over this team. He's been gone for a few years. I mean, maybe he helped start the process, but I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. We'll see. Oh gosh, Alejandro says should win, but they won't. 1-1. He gave his. Did he predict a draw before, or was that his first not?
He predicted a loss on Friday, so he was correct.
Yeah, he was right. Alejandro, if you want somebody to build up your self-esteem and make you feel good about this team and about yourself, Alejandro's the guy to do it. He's the positive force that the Bianconeri Zone has. Learn English with Jimmy B. You got to find a shorter way to say this. Learn English. Says, what do you think about Weston McKennie? He's the only one who scored goals the last 2 games. I don't know. Besides that, I don't think he's been good by any means. But that's all I'm saying.
But this is what we want him to do, though. We want him to score goals.
Well,
from midfield. But no one else is doing their job now. Yeah.
When I say this, I'm not trying to go full in on Weston McKennie. He solved everything. He's whatever. No, but this is like you said. This is what we want him to do. And if Juve was performing adequately, and this is what he did. Like I said, I'm not expecting a goal every game, but every third or fourth game he got a goal. That's kind of what I expect from him. That's what I expect. So I'm happy that he got those 2. Yeah. I don't know. But I also, we can't do this. I know people are saying, but seriously, I can see us getting Guardiola. Dude, I can't do the coaching train every offseason. We don't need to do this. We don't need to become... Nobody's going to get this reference. It's Tennessee. We don't need to be any of this. They just literally fire their coach every single year. And, how many contracts can we continue to pay? And also, Allegri, when you signed Allegri, you basically handcuffed yourself to him for however many seasons, because it was a bet. I mean, it wasn't as good of a deal as I thought it was, but you basically, when you got Allegri to come back, you say you believe in Allegri. What I'm saying is not you, but I'm saying the program. Whoever you want to say did it. They basically handcuffed themselves to Allegri. So no offense, I don't want to say, because obviously this is talk. This is what we do here. It's Juventus talk show, whatever you want to say. But I almost don't really want to entertain the thought of firing a coach at this point, because I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
I don't.
Yeah. No one wants that either. It's just I think he's smart enough to understand this is not working.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
I'm just sorry. I'm trying to think about exactly where to go with this, but I regardless if it's not working, it's not good, whatever you want to say. Nothing is going to change with him. I don't see it happening. Move on and focus on the players and maybe just more the scheme than it is the actual coach right now. Because it's not happening. It's not.
Okay. Sorry. So for coaches as well, I'm going to put this out there. I know we're skipping a lot of the comments, but I'm sorry. In January, he wants Axel Witsel. Are we still playing a 4-4-2 with Axel Witsel? That just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah. No.
The players he wants and the system he wants to play, it doesn't make sense anymore. This is why I'm saying I am partly blaming Allegri. He gets his just complaints right now, and I think he deserves them. The players, 100%, they are rotten right now. They are rotten. But his way of playing, you have to, as a coach, you got to do something else.
Well, and also we go back to the conversation of at the beginning of the season, same thing we talked about, how we looked at the market and we said Allegri was told he would get full control, or he'd have access to control. That hasn't appeared that he had when it came to that. But then at the same time, like you said, what are you doing? These players don't fit in the holes that you're trying to put them in. So I mean, you're saying
I don't get it.
Yeah. Let's see. Antonio says next season should be a midfield of Loca, Ravella, Archer, Fagioli, and last Weston. I agree with bringing in Ravella. If you have to bring in Fagioli back, fine. But to me, you have to go get a top tier. And I know it's difficult too, because you're not gonna. If we're looking at the way we're looking at right now, and this trend continues, that's a lot of money you're missing out on because of Champions League and all that. But I'm not going to entertain the idea of not having this money right now. I'm talking about the here and now, the planning that we've been going with, talking about looking into January even. You still have to get like a Chouameni or somebody like that. You need that if you want to see the team get better, at least.
Yep.
So.
Yep, you're exactly right.
So like, your ideas aren't bad. But sorry, Pogba. But yeah, again. It was the same guy who said it. But yeah, Pogba's not coming.
At this rate, he's not. At this current rate, he's not coming.
Right. Usman says, Justin, you raising your arms up was so Italian. We're just missing the hand gestures. They come every once in a while. They come in and out. My wife's family, who's very not Italian, the whole time I was messing with them a little bit. I know people that are actually Italian. You know, the Italian American talk and then the Italian talk, the two different things when it comes to pronouncing stuff. So we were messing with them. We were making different foods and stuff like that. I was like, here, let me show you. I got a little. I was like, but I was just saying stuff that they wouldn't get. Like they call it bruschetta, and I was give me a little bruschetta. Give me some of that. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was just doing all this different stuff just to piss them off. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. Yeah, Mohammed says, like I said, you need to get new midfielders. Doesn't take a genius. Yeah. Oh, Usman brings up, America lost its war against Canada in 1812. They also burned the White House while the British did fun times. Better example is the Afghan army. Yeah.
You want to hear some history? The War of 1812 happened in my backyard.
Did it really? No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be. Yeah, that is right there on that area. You know what? You know where they don't talk about the War of 1812 very often? America. No. Well, there's that, but it's just the school system.
Y'all lost.
Yeah, you know what they don't talk about here? It's not really a loss, but like Vietnam, they don't talk about Vietnam here.
Yeah,
because it's a waste of time, stuff like that. Stuff that they won't be talking about. What they do talk about a lot here. At least I'm pretty sure the same stuff they do talk about. The American Revolutionary War, and they talk about the Civil War, and that's basically what they talk. And then World War I and II, obviously, where we came and saved all your asses. But it is anyway. But that's basically. And I'm pretty sure when my son goes to school, that's all they'll talk about, unless there's something else that we can add another tally onto our victory score with. If you guys could hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already, especially even if you're anti-America, it's fine. You can rip on me whatever you want. But just hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll feel better. Let's see. Okay, you have a conversation. There's Usman. Do you guys feel a 4-3-3 or a 3-5-2 would suit us better? Sorry if you discussed this already. We haven't today. I mean, what's your personal opinion? I mean, I'll give you a better. You know the team better than I do when it comes to who would fit better where, and that kind of.
I've been saying, you haven't missed it today per se, like you said, but I've been saying this till I was blue in the face since I started in July. I want a 4-3-3. Mm-hmm. I want my best players getting the ball in advantageous areas, and I want protection for my back line. And that's the formation that suits that way of thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess the reason I said I knew you liked the 4-3-3, but I guess I didn't know just a specific comparison between the two. 3-5-2, 4-3-3, but I guess that makes sense that you'd pick it anyway. But yeah, no, I like the 4-3-3. It seems to work. It seems to be I don't want to say universal. Does that make kind of seems?
Yeah, no, there's a lot of the best teams use it.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why.
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
Sorry, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Man City, they all use it. Real Madrid.
Yeah. Royal Killa says the problem is the 4-4-2 is outdated. Yeah, that's what Julian's been harping on since I think we launched the channel. Like literally from the first day he joined us, that was it. That was the first thing he said. I'm pretty sure he came out the womb, and that's what he said. He said, "Bleep the 4-4-2." Enzo says I blame the players more than Allegri. I mean, I agree with you. I know you agree.
I blame certain players more than him, but I also blame him more than certain players. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then Bones asking, will Man United be ready for a Van de Beek and McKinney exchange? Well, that's true. I did forget the whole Van de Beek option if we're looking at a January transfer market.
I think if Ramsey's out, Van de Beek's in. I think if McKennie's out, a proper set of midfielders in.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I guess it just sucks because sorry, I don't know why I can't talk right now. But if Van de Beek, if Van de Beek comes in and then it just shuts my door on Tchouaméni, which I'm not a fan of, but yeah. I get it. Let's see. Let me touch on a few more of these, and then if you have anything that you really want to bring up and talk about when it comes to this preview, I do want to touch on.
We just got to do match predictions, and then we're good.
Okay, that works. Let's see. Usman.
Sorry, right before. Sorry, he just had a great comment, Usman, right there.
Yeah.
We should do this in the international break. He says, I feel like we should drop a blame chart, ranking who to blame from most to least. I love that.
I do like that. Actually, that'll be fun. That'll be a different way for it. That's why, we got to do some fun stuff, especially in the difficult times like this. I know me, like I said, I talked about this before, as a fan, where when stuff like, there's hard times, people are less likely to want to watch stuff because you don't want to be reminded day in and day out that the thing you love sucks. Yeah. And I'm not saying they suck, but right now it's a rough patch. We'll say that. But yeah, I like that. That could be fun. That could be a fun way to involve everybody. I would love to see Alejandro just roast people, because when he gets mad and he gets going, it's always enjoyable. Libby jokes aside, I don't blame Allegri completely, but he's doing things that don't make sense. Rabiot's LM. I think he needs to be the pragmatic tactician we know him to be, not a rookie coach. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Juve really believes that United and Rabiot will happen. I don't know. I don't believe anybody's going anywhere until I see it done. At this point, there's so many. How many years?
You know that blame chart?
Yeah.
You know that blame chart? Rabiot would be the most blamed.
Yeah, I mean he's up there, and I mean, I'm trying to think who else I would do
At this moment in time, I'm putting Rabiot right beside frickin' Morata and maybe every other midfielder besides Locatelli.
Yeah.
And McKennie, because you know what? McKennie's done his job in the past 2 games at least.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Morata will leave at the end of the season. We're going to sign Vlahovic. This is Dan. At this point, I'm just praying to the altar. The Vlahovic altar that I have here in the basement with me. Because, I mean, he's up there. I saw whatever, I don't know what graphic it was, but something about like the top scorers in the world right now. And he's right up there with all the recognizable names. All those marketable names are in it, Yeah. Let's see. Ryan says, I saw some report an hour ago about Cherubini buying Morata permanently, but in a lower price. What do you think? Sorry if you have discussed this already. No, we hadn't. I think it's definitely an option. I think they're going to try to get it for a lower price no matter what. But do you mean like you think it's a done deal, Ryan? Because I don't think anything's a done deal until you kind of know what is going to happen with Vlahovic. I think Vlahovic will take precedent over anything with Morata. Does that seem right?
Honestly, yeah. I wouldn't touch Morata's deal until we know we can't get Vlahovic or Haaland.
Yeah. Yeah. I came off Haaland, but I wish. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Haaland right now. I'm not letting you do this to me again. I'm gonna get my hopes up, and then Alejandro will be there right in my ear, being like, "It's not happening. It's never coming."
Haaland.
I hate to say it, but Julian was right about Fascioli. I mean, he's doing well at Cremonese, but he's not excelling. He's not ready. He needs to be loaned again next season at the current rate. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Time out. Can you get a one of those
screenshot
sound noises? No, sound noises and a round of applause.
Oh, I had it on here and I deleted them. But you know what? I'll give you through it anyway. I'll give you
I'm a man. I'm 40.
There you go. Or
thank you.
Yes. Well, actually, you know what would be more appropriate would be this one.
You could ask questions like, "Well, how important is it for the young guys to get to play this week?" Well, how in the hell you know they're going to get to play? I mean, what makes you think that you can just assume that they're going to get to play?
Why?
Yeah. Why do you think these young guys? Yeah. Why does everybody think the young guy's going to play? Let's see. What were we on? Get Ravella back, exchange for Ravella. To me, Ravella's definitely coming back. He's your option out there that looks really good. He's excelling not in City B, in City A. City A. Why could I not say that right? Holy hell. Stephanie, how you doing, Stephanie? Appreciate you tuning in. Said Ramsey's the biggest fraud of UVA history, stealing wages. I'm sure I can find somebody else, but
he's definitely up there.
Yeah. Usman, are you responding saying about Ronaldo being a fraud? I don't know if that's what they're saying. No, he's not a fraud. But,
no, I think he meant for the blame game or the blame.
Oh, for the blame. Yeah, there's a lot of blame to be put on him. I mean, I put blame on him. I just mostly dislike his fans. I mean, when I say his fans, if you're a fan of his, there's some good of you out there, some bad. But I'm talking about the toxic, the cancer people. The people that are just cancers to the sport that ruin everything that we talk about or whatever we have. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot that with the whole process of, I don't need to go into it. You know what happened with Ronaldo, all the money, all the assets, all the way he left and all that stuff. Yeah, it bleeped us big time. There we go. I'm not going to say anything else. But no. Yeah, I know. Homie Juve. And then Usman right after says, if Delict goes, should we scrap Vlahovic and go full in for Haaland? Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
We're going to finish 8th and sign Haaland? Yeah,
just
100% we are.
Just look at this beautiful man that is Vlahovic. Just look at him. He may want to come to Juve. Like, look over here. We got Dan Bernede over here saying that, according to Giovanni Albanese, Vlahovic can't wait to wear the Juve jersey. He can't wait. Now I sound like I'm cheerleader right now. We're not doing this. But like, I don't know. And to me at this point, I just think Vlahovic is the... I don't want to say this. I don't want to say the
he
best
is the more
option.
appropriate target.
Yeah, he is the reasonable big time. He's the target. He's the goal. Okay. Okay, let me read Stephanie's and then okay. We don't need squad players. We need players that perform. And Morata would be worth more than 50 mil if we buy him. Like no. Oh, you mean? Oh, yes,
no,
you're saying
like no.
Oh, like no. I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, no, I agree. You have to, like, basically, he should be worth more than 50 mil if we buy him, as in the worth he brings, right? But he's not. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Let's actually get into our predictions that we want to do. Also, guys, if you're here and you haven't already liked, please hit that like button. If we can get to 30, I'd really appreciate it, especially for me coming back and all the pain and torment that I had to deal with on vacation watching Juventus lose from the beach. It was really difficult. So anyway, let's do our predictions. So, do you want to go first or me?
I'll go first. We're gonna win 2-0 tomorrow. It's still going to be great. It's going to be another scrappy game. Goal scorers are, according to that list that I saw that are starting, I'm going to say Freddie Church gets both.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I was going to say 2-0 as well. I'm trying to, part of my mind, you know what? Let's change it. No, I'm not going to give them a goal. Okay. I was like, am I going to switch to 3-1? No. I think 2-0. 2-0 safe. We're going to say 2-0. But I'm going to say one from Dybala and one from Locatelli. And wait, Locatelli's starting, right? Yeah, okay. I was like, did I just... Yeah, he's supposed to be.
No, you're good.
I want there's part of me, I want it to be Chiesa. I want him to be Chiesa, but there's just something that's still... You know what I mean? I mean, it's still... It's
off. Something's off.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten over the hump. He hasn't gotten over that hump just yet when it comes to this season.
Yep.
Let's see. A couple of these. Haaland theme song. No, we don't need a Haaland theme song. Haaland would be perfect for a race for top 4. Yes. Hi, hope you. Okay, that's Italian Eagle back. Mohammed says 10,000 to 0 Juve. That's a lot of scoring. Juve just, okay. Trying to find, okay. Stephanie says 2-0. FC, I'm guessing that means Juve.
I think she's on board with us.
I hope so. I know she's a Juve fan, but I just wanted to make sure that's what she meant. Usman, Zenit will make the game difficult. The previous fixture, they were airtight. I think will be a narrow victory 1-0. That will not do a lot to quell my nervousness and worry for the future in the season, honestly. Ryan won't do a prediction because it's bad luck. That's fair. Italian Eagles is 2-1 Juve. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to click off it. Also picking Dybala and Locatelli to score. Okay. No more predictions. It all brings bad luck. You know what we're doing? More predictions. Dominique says 2-1 Dybala and McKinney. I should have picked the American. I should have because he did it twice in a row. Why not? At this point, anything can happen, but I say 2-1 Juve. Juve.
You want to hear another prediction?
Yeah.
You want to hear another prediction? If Morata does score, he's going to go like this and go to the camera. Or like this. One of those two.
Okay.
When he's pissed off and there's a lot of criticism, he does.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a solid one then. I'll look out for that one. I do want to see that. Oh, Juve, I'm not predicting a win until we actually win a game. So Juve 1-2. Wow, Zenit, Dybala, Sardar, and Claudinho to score. Well, good for you knowing their names. Because you already read them off and I forgot them. Bones, no prediction. They're waiting. Let's see. And then Nero goes, it's time for Morata to score. I hope so. We'll see. And then Mario is saying 1-0 defender scores. Okay. I hope so. Anything else you want to really get off your chest before we wrap this one up? This very obviously in-depth, detailed preview of the match that we gave you today.
Listen, yeah, just one thing, guys. Enjoy the game as much as possible. At the end of the day, it is just a game, and we all know that. And you got other stuff going on. Don't let this bring you like you can get pissed off. Of course, that's what we're pissed off. We're at not a good spot, but don't let it. If you're trying to do something, if you have a party to go to after, go to the party and have fun. It's not that big of a deal. Juventus
is all you have. You don't have much else in your life. When Juventus suffers, you suffer. Okay. No, yeah, it's true. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not exactly the person to really preach to you what my guy is saying, because I'm honestly the person who, for most of my life, whenever a team that I cared for lost, it was really Juve and Juve. Whenever they lost, I'd lock myself in my room and I'd be done for the rest of the day. Done, not talking to anybody. So I can't really be that person because I'm in a bad mood. Especially if it's a rivalry game, it's even worse the way that I act. It's childish, it's inappropriate, it's immature. But that's who I am. But yeah, definitely. We'll see. Hopefully everybody will have a good day after tomorrow. We'll win, get back on track. And then we'll really be able to see where the team is on Saturday when they go and play against Vlahovic in the Doosan Bowl, I guess is what we can call it. But anyway, happy birthday Juventus to the club. Let's earn those presents. Anyway,
what a time to have that birthday.
Yeah, what a time. What a time to be alive, guys. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all you for tuning in. Thanks you guys for joining as always. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join our channel. Also, before we cut off, I do want to mention again, if you haven't joined our member squad, I would urge you to consider joining that as well, especially now that I'm back. We're going to work on getting these lives going. When we do the lives, obviously we're here, but I'm saying about getting call-ins to these lives. You can say whatever you want. There's nothing that'll bar you from saying your true opinions about Juventus. You can speak truly, speak freely, say how you feel about Juventus, say your frustrations, all that, unabated from us. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Consider doing that if you haven't already. But otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri. We'll see you guys next time.
Mohammed, you're right.